Hey everyone, and welcome straight into today's explainer. We're jumping right into an immersive walkthrough of, honestly, one of the most fascinating aviation hubs in all of South Asia. We're heading about 35 kilometers north of the city center, out to Devanahalli, to explore Kempegowda International Airport in Bangalore. Now, this isn't just your standard place to catch a flight, it is a world-class blueprint for eco-centric architecture and some truly mind-blowing technological innovation.
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine your typical airport experience for a second. You're probably picturing, miles of sterile, cold concrete, those harsh fluorescent lights, massive steel beams everywhere, right? Well, what if you could trade all that concrete for a lush, sensory green space? Literally, what if walking to your gate felt exactly like taking a serene stroll through a vibrant, living forest? Keep that exact image in mind, because that is exactly what Bengaluru has managed to pull off.
And they aren't just doing this on some small boutique scale either. Get this. 44 million. That's the staggering number of passengers navigating this hub every single year. That makes it the third busiest airport in all of India, acting as the primary commercial aviation gateway for the entire state of Karnataka. So, to understand how they manage this incredible volume while totally reinventing the passenger experience, we've put together a pretty fantastic travel itinerary for today's explainer. We'll kick things off with its role as the gateway to Silicon Valley, step inside the Garden Terminal experience, glide through the seamless biometric journey, take a peek behind the scenes at cargo, cover effortless connections in transit, and finally, look at navigating to the city. All right, let's get moving with Section 1, Gateway to Silicon Valley. Since Bengaluru is India's reigning tech capital, its airport absolutely has to serve as a massive, hyper-connected anchor for the entire region. The physical footprint here is enormous, spanning over 4,000 acres, all dedicated to connecting tech professionals on a global scale. We're talking high-profile direct connections to major global hubs like San Francisco, London, Munich, Paris, Singapore, and Sydney. To handle that kind of heavy-duty international traffic, the facility boasts two parallel 4,000-meter runways. And the kicker? They're capable of independent parallel operations, meaning planes can take off and land simultaneously. They're even built to easily handle those massive, wide-body double-decker aircraft like the Airbus A380. Moving right along to Section 2, the Garden Terminal Experience. Now, if you're a first-time international visitor stepping off a grueling long-haul flight, this is the exact moment you might just stop dead in your tracks and stare. Terminal 2, famously known as the terminal in a garden, was designed by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill as a brilliant tribute to Bengaluru's rich heritage as the Garden City. The aesthetics here are so undeniably breathtaking that it actually won UNESCO's prestigious Prix Versailles that officially recognizes it globally as one of the world's most beautiful airports. Terminal 2 completely tosses out the traditional airport playbook. Instead of staring up at cold concrete and heavy steel girders, you're looking at a stunning hanging ceiling made entirely of intricately woven natural bamboo tubes. You are literally walking through an indoor forest. There are these massive, lush, green living walls, custom waterfalls that fill the space with the soothing sound of rushing water, and hundreds of rare and endangered plant species seamlessly integrated right there in the terminal. It's such a complete departure from sterile architecture, it truly feels alive. But wow, here is where the story gets even better. This design, it isn't just about looking good for the cameras. The entire facility runs completely 100% on renewable energy. Every single kilowatt is harvested directly from on-site solar and wind farms. Now, what's really interesting here is how that commitment to sustainability has paid off. In perfect harmony with the city's sustainable tech ethos, Bengaluru is the very first airport in all of Asia to achieve the highest Level 5 airport carbon accreditation. So that beautiful indoor greenery we were just marveling at, it's perfectly matched by very real, globally recognized, eco-centric carbon-neutral achievements. All right, let's step up to the security checkpoint for Section 3, the seamless biometric journey. Obviously, you'd expect the tech capital of India to flex some seriously impressive technology, and they absolutely deliver when it comes to high-tech efficiency. Bengaluru is actually the pioneer city for rolling out a system called DigiYatra. For domestic travelers, this practically means you can just keep your ID tucked right in your pocket. It's a completely paperless, biometric face-scanning entry system. You literally just walk up, the camera quickly scans your face, and you breeze right through the gates. No fumbling around your bags trying to find paper boarding passes or physical IDs. It's convenience on a whole other level. And the crazy thing is, they aren't just stopping at domestic travel. Bengaluru isn't just leading at home. They are actively paving the way for frictionless international border crossings, too.
They've become the first airport in India to launch live technical trials for contactless international travel, utilizing those exact same cutting-edge facial biometric standards.
Let's pull back the curtain a bit for Section 4, Behind the Scenes, Cargo.
So while our imaginary passenger is kicking back by an indoor waterfall waiting for their flight, the hidden logistical machinery operating out of sight is just immense. Air India treats this as a primary hub, having heavily invested in a multi-million-dollar maintenance, repair, and overall facility. It's also a massive operating base for Indigo's massive fleet. Star Air and Alliance Air run extensive regional networks right from here. Akasa Air and Air India Express anchor a huge chunk of their daily routes at this very spot. And on top of all that, it functions as the primary South Indian base for global logistics titans like DHL Aviation and FedEx Express.
But, actually, here is a bit of a surprise for you. With all that heavy tech and industrial machinery, this airport is incredibly famous in global logistics circles for something much softer: perishables. Bengaluru is officially India's #1 airport for perishable exports. They feature highly advanced cold chain logistics parks designed to handle massive global distributions. And the most famous items flying out of India's tech hub? Fresh cut roses and fresh mangoes. It is just such a wonderful, vivid image, isn't it? Nature, quite literally, flying right out of the city.
Okay, let's pivot back to the traveler with Section 5, Effortless Connections in Transit.
Let's get into some practical traveler tips here, because if you're flying through, you definitely need to know how the terminals are split up. So the crucial point is this. Terminal 1, the older domestic terminal, is dedicated almost exclusively to domestic low-cost and regional airlines. Terminal 2, however, that stunning new garden terminal we explored earlier, handles all the international flights alongside premium domestic routes.
Now, if you find yourself needing to switch between the two, don't sweat it. The airport operates a highly specialized program called Connections by BLAR that makes the whole transfer totally painless. Step 1, just look for and follow the uniform blue and yellow wayfinding signs. They are everywhere. You can't miss them. Step 2, if you're stuck with a long layover, definitely take advantage of the on-site sleeping pods or the transit hotels. And Step 3, just hop on one of the high-frequency automated shuttles that effortlessly zip passengers right between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2.
And finally, the last leg of our journey, Section 6, Navigating to the City.
So, you've touched down, grabbed your bags, and now you need to make that 35-kilometer transit from Devanahalli right into the bustling heart of Bengaluru. Let's see how these options break down. If you're leaning toward public transit, the Vayu Vajra service is incredibly well regarded. These are clean, air-conditioned, low-floor luxury Volvo buses run by the BMTC, and they connect the airport to literally every major neighborhood in the city. If you're driving or grabbing a cab, you've got the 6-lane National Highway 44, which gives you a direct, fast route via the Hebel flyover. And, looking just a bit into the future, the Nama Metro Blue Line extension is under heavy construction right now. Once that's finished, it's going to bring direct, high-speed mass transit right into the airport terminal grounds, a total game-changer. Which really leaves us with this final lingering thought. Today, we've explored an airport that easily lands wide-body A380s on parallel runways, operates completely on renewable energy, processes millions of people with paperless biometrics, and wraps the whole shebang inside an award-winning, hanging bamboo indoor forest. So, how might this incredible fusion of nature and technology redefine the future of global travel? It's a truly fascinating blueprint to ponder the next time you step inside an airport. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this walkthrough has left you just as inspired by Bengaluru's vision as I am.